guys, and welcome to another day of Vlogmas. If you can tell by the olla in the back, today we are making tamales, and by we, I mean me and Bobby. I already prepared the meat. We're doing pork tamales. And so yesterday I cooked the pork for a few hours, and we just prepared it ahead of time so that way today we could just assemble, and we're bringing you guys along with us. So preparation for the tamales started yesterday. Last night I started soaking the tamale leaves in some hot water, and so they look so good and really pliable now, so they're ready to be wrapped. I also made the meat yesterday, and then we shredded it, and also I made the red sauce with the guajillo chilies, ancho chilies, garlic, and seasoning, and then we mixed all of that up, and Bobby right now is preparing our masa. So this is our masa. Bobby is also going to insert a little bit of the red sauce that I made yesterday just to give the masa some more flavor. And then he's going to mix that in. There you go. Okay, we are here set up to start assembling the tamales. Look how big our masa mound is.
It overfloweth.
Yeah, so we got our masa, our pork, and then we have our leaves. We're just gonna assemble, and then we each have our own little pot or pan to put them in, and then we will boil them after. Normally this is like called the assembly line, because when you have a huge family, you make so many tamales, so you get everyone in the family to help work on them. And then you'll have like a couple people putting on the masa, and then they pass it down, and the other people put the filling in, whatever kind of filling you have. And then that's normally how it goes. But it's just me and Bobby right now. So we're going to do this right now, and hopefully we'll knock it out.
I think we will. I think I'm pretty impressed with the little station I made. A little corner for us to start wrapping it out.
First dozen. How's it going, Bob?
It's going great. I had to switch up my tools a little bit. I initially started with the spoon. It wasn't happening. I'll scrape it and it'll scrape off the masa. So then...
You need some kind of spatula.
Yeah. So I switched to this, and this works great. It goes... Spreads
so
across.
He gets really clean edges.
Mm-hmm. Lay my edges.
Precise.
But yes, works great. So now we're able to
Rep them out?
Mm-hmm. Rep them out now.
Yeah, we're a lot quicker now.
And this is really exciting, doing this on our own, because usually we follow our family's recipe, either my mom's recipe or her family makes tamales as well. So now, since we're married, and this year we're spending Christmas just at home, we are able to develop and create our own recipe / tradition for tamale making.
Yeah, so we're kind of taking like things he really likes about his family's tamales, and then I'm taking things I really like about my family's tamales, and kind of just mixing it up, making our own, and we're gonna see how they come out. But this is definitely something that we knew we want to keep this tradition going on, because we both grew up making tamales with our family during Christmas time, and like many Mexican American families do. But now that we're having a child, we think it's really even more important, because it's up to us to pass on these traditions to our children, and so that they will have these traditions, and to just keep it going, because who else is going to do that besides us?
Yeah, it's up to us to pass that on, and if we don't, then if our kids don't learn it, then that's it. It ends with us.
So that's how we feel about too. Like Bobby loves making the homemade tortillas. So we're for sure gonna have the tortillas all the time and teach our kids how to make them, and just all the Mexican food we love to cook. Doing it for the culture.
Doing it for the culture.
Yeah, and I feel like too, as being Mexican American, you kind of can lose that culture sometimes. Like even just like our language. of we speak a lot of Spanglish, which isn't proper Spanish like they speak in Mexico and other countries. So it really is up to us to really try to carry on this culture and tradition. And we're confident that we could do it. And
yeah, and not just traditions, it's just like also home, wholesome cooking. We live in a generation of like DoorDash, like Uber Eats. You get anything you want just like that. Yeah, a lot of places are good, but nothing compares to home cooked meals. It's on a different level, different scale. And also, back to Angela's talking about tortillas. I barely started experimenting and making homemade tortillas. And those are, the flavor and the process is so much different than just buying a tortilla at the store. It's different. So we want to try to incorporate starting from scratch to understand the process and eat those wholesome foods at home and pass that on to our children.
yeah, because they are healthier too. And I think we are easily blinded by the easiness that we have in America of accessibility of just buying tortillas, buying it in bulk at Costco, or just going out to eat. That's so easy, but when you put the time into something like that with wholesome ingredients, with corn just grounded at home, it just tastes so much better and is like so much more nutrient dense. So that's what we really like.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And that's the way our ancestors ate, and that's why they were healthier back then. They didn't have diabetes, they didn't have heart disease.
Yeah, even if you learn how to perfect one or two of these home cooked meals when you have family gatherings and you make it, you blow anyone out of the water. You impress them so much because a lot of people do not have home cooked meals on a regular. Oh, someone rang our doorbell.
So we're gonna make some raja tamales, which is cheese and peppers. So we have some Anaheim peppers that we had.
A little bit of masa left.
Yeah, just a little bit of masa, and then the Oaxaca queso.
I'm not sure. Oh, good.
No, it's okay.
Okay, we have Angela assembling the tamal.
So now I filled the olla with water, and you only want to fill it up to your little steamer thing where that goes. And then I'm going to place some of the leaves down until we get a good base layer. And then I'm going to put the tamales on top of that, and then more leaves on top. We use everything. We don't waste anything. Using this little color. So we're almost done, and then we had to cook them for we'll cook them for like an hour and then check on them and assess and see how much longer they need to cook for. They normally take a bit. There we go. Some beans. Delicious.
And they're bomb.
Nice and spicy. Good to cook them with the jalapeno.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I think that I really enjoy about us in our cooking is that like we both like spicy stuff. And
so there's no conflict of interest.
So tamales are on the stove and cooking. We'll check them in about an hour once they start steaming. Okay, so we're gonna finish up our beans and relax a little. And then we'll check in when the tamales are almost done. Okay, you guys, it actually is the next morning. We went to a friend's last night and we stayed really late. So we didn't get the chance to show you guys how they came out, but I'm gonna plate them right now. And they're so good, so good. Okay, so we have our plate here with our tamal and our frijoles. So we're gonna try them. I'm gonna go for the pepper and cheese one.
Let's see. Yeah, we'll do pepper and cheese first.
Not too spicy.
It was a big bite.
I'm missing the salsa.
Oh.
That's really good.
Masa is really good. Nice texture to it.
Everything came out really good. It's so good when it's homemade.
For salsa.
Careful.
On top of the tamale.
Tamales. We have so many. We ended up making 3 dozen. So that's it for our tamale making day. We thank you guys so much for watching. We just wanted to share a little bit of our culture and our traditions around Christmas time. This is in no way an instructional video on how to make tamales. We're still trying to like hone in our recipe and we're still learning as we go, but there's plenty of resources out there and recipes out there to get a good tamale. So we thank you guys so much for watching and we hope you enjoyed. And I hope you guys have fun doing all your fun traditions and celebrating your culture around this time. All right, you guys, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.